In a land where the sun rises over endless golden plains and the wind carries the stories of generations, there lived a young woman named Naserian. She was the daughter of a great Maasai chief, admired for her beauty, her strength, and the grace with which she carries herself. From the moment she was born, her life had already been decided. She would one day marry not for love, but to unite families, to strengthen bonds, and to honor the traditions of her people. Though she smiled for those around her, deep inside her heart longed for something more, something she could not name. Far beyond her village, across lands her people called forbidden, lived a young warrior named Lemayan. He was brave, respected, and fiercely loyal to his clan. Raised to protect his people and to distrust outsiders, Lemayan lived by the code of honor that had guided his ancestors for generations. His life was simple, shaped by duty and discipline, and he never imagined that anything could shake the path he was meant to follow. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in shades of gold and orange, Naserian wandered farther from home than she ever had before. Drawn by a quiet curiosity, she found herself beneath the wide branches of an ancient acacia tree. And there, standing in the fading light, was Lemayan. In that moment, their eyes met, and something unspoken passed between them. They came from different worlds, bound by different loyalties, yet neither could look away. What began as a chance meeting slowly became something deeper. They returned to that same tree again and again, speaking in hushed tones and sharing pieces of their lives they had never revealed to anyone else. Their laughter blended with the evening breeze, and their silence spoke louder than words. Beneath the stars, beside small flickering fires, their connection grew into a love they both knew was forbidden. But in a world where tradition stands above all, secrets do not remain hidden forever. One night, unseen eyes watched from the shadows, and by morning, the truth spread quickly through the village. The chief's daughter had fallen in love with a warrior from a rival clan. The news struck like a storm. Voices filled with anger and disappointment echoed through the manada, and the elders gathered to decide her fate. Naserian was called before them, her heart heavy as she stood in silence. To restore honor and erase the shame, it was declared that she would marry the elder she had long been promised to, and the marriage would take place without delay. In that moment, it felt as though the world she knew had closed in around her, leaving no space for her own desires. When Lemayan heard what had been decided, his heart burned with pain and helplessness. For the first time, the warrior who feared nothing found himself unable to fight what stood before him. That night, he returned to the acacia tree, hoping she would come. And she did. They stood facing each other, knowing that the time they had been avoiding had finally arrived. He asked her to leave with him, to run away, and begin a new life far from the rules that had kept them apart. Naserian felt the weight of her choice pressing down on her. To leave meant turning her back on her family, her people, and everything she had ever known. To stay meant losing the one person who had shown her what true love felt like. As the wind moved softly through the branches above them, she realized that love was not something to fear, but something that demanded courage. With tears in her eyes, but strength in her heart, she reached for his hand. In that single moment, her choice was made. Together, they ran into the night, across the open plains, guided only by the moonlight and the hope of a future they would create for themselves. Behind them lay anger, tradition, and the life they had left behind. But ahead of them was something stronger, the promise of freedom and the power of a love that refused to be extinguished. And so, in a land where tradition shapes destiny and hearts are often told who to love, a single flame rose against the darkness. A flame born of courage, sacrifice, and a forbidden bond that would not be broken. And that flame became a fire that would change their lives forever. This is the story of Flames of the Forbidden Heart.